Hey guys, today I'm playing some more City Skylines Mass Transit, and hopefully it will still run okay now that all processes run a little bit worse, due to the Spectre meltdown thing. If you didn't hear about that, that's basically some researchers found that, well, they actually found a while ago that in pretty much all processes, the branch prediction thing allows other programs to sort of dump all of the memory from other processes, which isn't great, and the patch meant that there's not, like, branch prediction now, so, yeah, shit's slower, I think, but it seems fine on my computer. I'm genuinely interested, though. Anyway, enough of the just sort of end of all processes for a while. Let's look at why there's no products anywhere. No one has not enough goods to sell, not enough goods to sell, not enough goods to sell. Shit's fucked, basically. So, someone did suggest that maybe I should turn some of this ore industry, into normal industry, so that because there's no real demand for industry for some reason, even though there really fucking should be, but I could convert some of this into normal industry, and everything would be good. So I might well do that. I'm gonna shrink this zone a bit then, so that we can use some of this normal industry, or some of this ore industry as normal industry. And hopefully that will allow us to produce enough products for people. I'm also going to do a bit in the oil industry because, yeah, no one wants oil apparently. Well, I don't know, man. The industry seems a bit fucked in this Let's Play. It's no one wants anything. You know, it's just a bunch of bullshit basically. So I'm thinking this bit is also just going to be normal industry now, so that we can start hopefully producing sort of enough products, because, yeah, maybe I just have too many offices as well. People are too content working their little office jobs. So, yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll see. You know what, I'm gonna... Yeah, fuck it, I'll just lop off this whole bit so that, you know, it's all stuff. Yeah, shit's a bit fucked in this city. Ooh, had a bit of a stutter there. Fuck you, meltdown. I was worrying, though. I was reading about it in the, over the... Not the weekend, it's still the weekend, but over the last few days, it's been like, oh yeah, all the processes are going to be worse for a bit. Yeah, so I guess I have to get a new processor sooner than I thought I would have to. Yeah. Why do you not have enough goods to sell? You're a fucking hotel. What do you need? Ooh, rooftop pool with palm trees. Everything's alright. Ooh, 2 rooftop pools. That's some sexy shit. Oh, Jesus, I want to stay here. Oh, it's a club. Oh wow, that's cool. You know, go upstairs. You go to a club, take all your, because you'd have to bring like swimming trunks to the club, because you can't be naked on top of here. There's no fence. People would see it from the hotel. Who the fuck goes to a club in fucking trunks, man? Anyway, maybe they provide them there, and then yeah. Ah, these are some nice models. Anyway, build the shit. Oh, nothing. Okay, cool. Thanks. That's great. Awesome. Lit. Why is there no demand for stuff? I'm Googling this right now. Annoyingly, I can't do the OK Google thing I used to do, which was like, hi, OK Google, because I turned all the mics off on my phone. Well, except for calls and shit, obviously. But, yeah. Cities, Skylines, no demand. No, but demand for industry is the first one that comes up. No demand for industry, general discussion. Alright. Maybe there's a mod I could get for it. I mean, it is creeping up a little bit, and it will be fulfilled now very quickly, so we're never going to see any orange bar, because whenever it comes up, it's just going to get built, but still. You know, you have too many and not enough people? Hard to say without details or whatsoever. Okay. I seem to get rock, paper, scissors behavior in that regard. Try to build them, yeah. Just a matter of jobs, so if you have no... So I need more people, basically. Fuck it, yeah, let's bring in some more people. There's no demand for houses, but I'm sure we can get them to live here anyway. So, no, we can't, because look, they're not building in the places we already have. This is bullshit. We've got a citywide crisis. Jesus. Do you have any policies that could help us out? Parks and Rec, schools out. That's not really... Maybe I should have more schools out districts. We don't have enough poor people town is maybe what it is. We need more poor people town. My God! My God, man, we need more poor people town. Alright, so we're going to build more poor people town. I think that's a good idea. And we've got everything. Got recreational use, fuck yeah. Apparently, in America, Mr. Sessions, Jeffrey Beauregard Sessions III, the Attorney General, is making moves to make it possibly harder to, or possibly easier to prosecute people federally for the possession of marijuana, which is like, dude, why? Sunset Heights, I think, was Sunset Heights. Is that poor people town basically? You're poor people town, right? You're basically a less aggressive poor people town. Yeah, school's out. Okay, and you? School's out. School's out. School's out now. No one goes to school. Jesus. Okay, maybe is there a budget I can boost? But yeah, that weed thing, you know, in America, what the fuck? Shit's good, man. It doesn't really hurt anyone. I could boost. No. Hey man, maybe you get a little less tax. Yeah, we're gonna be a tax haven now. We're gonna do Brexit backup plan. I think that is the Brexit backup plan. It's just fucking tax haven, man. Fucking Christ! Now there's just nothing. What a great city. Yeah. You don't know, man. You don't fucking know. Not enough fuel. What about all this oil? Fuck, dude. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Oh, oof. One of the interesting things I do see, though, about going back to the marijuana debate, is people often say in the discussion about legal weed that, well, we should release all of the people convicted of non-violent weed-related crimes before, who were convicted before this, and I sort of disagree. I know this is just a random tangent from what's happening, but it's something I want to talk about, and this is basically a podcast. And why is my phone buzzing? No, nothing. Anyway, but yeah, so the thing is like, well, weed's legal now, so why should these people be in prison for selling or possessing or weed? Although I don't think you could ever go to prison for possessing it. I think you just get a warning like in Britain. But the thing with that is, yeah, it's no longer a crime, but it was when people did it. So should people be let free who knowingly broke the law? Because one of the main things they went to prison for wasn't really that they had weed, it was for breaking the law. So, given that they broke the law before, wouldn't it stand to reason that maybe they would break the law again? So letting them out may be counterproductive. So yeah, that's one of my things that I always see people say. It's like, well, because it seems like a logical thing. It's like, well, it's not a crime now, why are they still in prison? And for some things, some stupid laws, like how people, like when homosexuality was illegal, like homosexual acts were illegal, and people would be put in prison for that, and then obviously you let them out when we fix that crazy piece of shit. But with we don't know, because yeah, I don't know how what I think about that, because anyway, it doesn't matter too much. It's just one of the things that I think about when I see people talking about this kind of thing. It's like, well, should we let people out who knowingly broke the law? Because they're still, yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. Well, it does. It's people's freedom, but it doesn't matter in this context. Right now, all I need to do is fix the fucking industry and apparently just build some roads. I don't know why I started doing this, but I'm fucking it up. I should really get the Move It mod. People always tell me to get the Move It mod, and I don't because I forget to do things. But yeah. So, no goods. Is there a... Can I find out about this? Do we have a production thing? Leisure... Natural resources? Yeah. I think we just don't have enough industry. I don't think it's very complicated, but yeah. There's nothing really... Yeah. Right. Some stuff's getting built here. There's going to be a hard road to hay. Okay, so we've got a few more factories. 2 over here. Well, good, we've got a box factory and a garment... Oh, that's actually kind of good, yeah. Well, we have a lot of boats going back and forth. And a firehouse. Oh, good. Good. Alright, we want more people... How's education? 9% uneducated! That's the problem! When I went too hard re-educating the populace. My god. So maybe we have more poor people town. You know? We've got poor people town, we got some uneducated bits. Maybe we put more people actually in poor people town. West poor people town. Yeah, they never really got completed, West poor people town. There was far more poor people to put in there. But yeah, there's just not really any demand for anything. I can't do a rock, paper, scissors thing here, right? You know, there's just nothing. It's bullshit. Maybe I need to focus more on exports. What are you leaving with? Do you have shit? 20% load. That's no good. What are our imports like? 100%! Stop importing shit! We can be self-sufficient, you fuck! Anyway. I have a cargo harbor over here. Can I get like a cargo plane terminal? I feel like I should be able to, but I don't think that is a feature. Can I have cargo cable cars? Cargo blimps! Okay, Peter, stop. Cargo blimps would be great, though. Although probably really inefficient, given how big the blimp has to be to carry, like, such a small thing. I mean, look at this. Why are you hovering? Oh, you're waiting. But yeah, it's like a giant blimp and a tiny little thing. Wow, a lot of people want to ride these blimps. That's good. A lot of people blimp riding. What's the stats on that? Not that high for... yeah. Anywho. Go to work! Build houses, bring people here. Maybe if I cut some taxes, it'll be a little more desirable here. Yeah, let's cut some taxes. It's 10% industrial tax. You want to come live in big houses. You want to live in the big house. So we call it that because it's real big. Oh, Django Unchained was a good film. Not that good for Tarantino though. Like he's done a lot better stuff than Django. But it's definitely better than Inglourious Basterds. Although I did enjoy... okay, why am I reviewing Tarantino? It doesn't matter, I'm going to review them all right now. So, right, actually I haven't seen all of them. So I'm just going to review a bunch of them. And we're going to start somehow from Inglourious Basterds. Not super great, but the reason I didn't like it initially is I was really ill when I watched it. And I was watching it and then a bunch of subtitles came up. And I was like, fuck you, am I going to read a film? You read a film. Oh good, they're building industry now. Everything will be fine. Anyway, so yeah. But then I watched it again, and it was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. This is a fun film. They kill Hitler. That guy who's always the villain is pretty great. Fuck. Oh, one more factory. Another box factory. Quality appliances. Nylon galore. What the fuck's happening here? Used to be different factories. This town's changed. Anyway, okay, so then Django. Let's just go kind of like, I haven't actually seen his latest one, but fuck. We're just going to go randomly for the ones I can remember watching. Anyway, oh my god. Wow, we're losing a lot of money. I will take that hit. So yeah. What was I saying? Django, yeah, Django was pretty good. It was really enjoyable. It had a lot of good lines, like when he's all like, I like the way you die, boy. And it's like, fuck yeah! Kill that slave owner. And then we got I've got some more houses here. And then what else? I mean, there's obviously Pulp Fiction is probably my favorite one, and a lot of people's favorite ones, I reckon. It's just fantastic. I watched it again recently. It was like, this is just a perfectly amazing and just so fun to watch film. It's well written. All the characters are amazing. There's just so many good actors in it. Jesus. Oh, look at all these shops going down. My city's falling apart. We'll bring people in with lower taxes. It'll be fine. I can take that hit. Anyway, and then Reservoir Dogs is good. Well, I have to say, when I watched it, I was like, yeah, it is good, but they are just standing in a room, pretty much, talking about stuff. And what else? Yeah, I can't remember any more of those I've watched. I know I have, but yeah, and I've also, you know, let's not spend the whole time just reviewing Tarantino films. But anyway, yeah, those are my thoughts on a bunch of Tarantino films. Like, they're all pretty good, except, you know, the newer ones aren't as good. Which is probably a pretty shitty thing to say. Like, that would suck to hear as a filmmaker, but still, it's true. So, you good? What? You made it smaller? That's worse. Oh no, that's better. What? But that doesn't look like a factory. I guess it's a modern factory. Yeah, they get smaller. No, you want it bigger and steamier and shittier. You want it to look like this. What does that say? Plastic Perfection Refined Oil Company. What, Refined Oil Company? Bob's Plastic Bags. Bob's Plastic Bags. You know, Bob has a real monopoly on this place. You don't have enough oil, inexplicably. I mean, You do, though. Okay, because for a while that guy didn't. We don't really need this. I'm just funding this for no reason. Maybe I should turn all of it into normal industry. You know what? We're going to get rid of this. We're going to trim. We're going to trim the fat. We're going to just trim all of this. This is going to be largely open space now. You know, when you do... Ooh, shit. Is this... Oh, okay. So I'll trim this. We don't want loads of it, because then it just gets all confused. We want it all built in one place. Yeah, anyway, so those are my thoughts on Tarantino films. Yes, so hopefully we'll sort this shit out. Hopefully, maybe. Ugh. Yeah. I'm still in my exam mode. I have my first exam tomorrow, but I got to the point... Well, I haven't uploaded anything in ages. Like, I really didn't think I would take proper time off, but I uploaded like one video last week. I'm quite proud of myself, although this week, I might upload this today because it's Sunday. But I do have real trouble not YouTubing. Like, it's a... I don't know, it's just something, I really hate seeing nothing on my channel, and obviously then, like, you get to see the fun chart drop to nothing of your views and stuff. But luckily it's January, so there's no, like, money element to it. Like, you don't really make any money in January. Like, it drops by, like, a third from the ad revenue-wise. It drops, like, a third from, Christmas, because Christmas is like so good because everyone's like, buy my shit. I want to advertise all this shit, and then it's like, nah, it's January. We don't have anything to sell anymore, and then you make no money. But yeah, so that's good that I wasn't gonna make any money anyway. So I'm not really losing anything. Yeah. Anyway, maybe I should make some more drastic changes. Maybe I should just get rid of some shops. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. For now, they've been asking for too many shops. I was right. They kept asking too much, and we're going to start getting rid of some. Yeah. But no, like I was saying, I'm in exam mode still, somewhat annoyingly. But it's Sunday. My first exam is Monday, and my last exam is Thursday. So it's quite good. And it's almost very almost sort of over, which is nice. And then I just have my dissertation to do, which will be fantastic, so I'm looking forward to that. I've talked about this a lot, but still, it's the main thing on my brain right now, you know? But it's an annoying situation because they're like, because obviously I've had like a week after New Year's to pretty much revise, and that's not enough time, and also it's not enough time to get into like the mode. Like, I really haven't been in the revision mode. I've been distracted, I've been revising just not very well, getting a little worried. I just having focus trouble. Like, I need like a week to get into it, and then 2 weeks to actually revise, and I haven't had that. I've had like a week and like a little bit that I've managed to do over Christmas while not being rude to my family, because it's been a year for my family. My grandfather died last year, so I wasn't going to spend like the first Christmas just sitting on a laptop revising. Like, fuck you, I don't care about anything that much. Oh good, more people in poor people town. But yeah, so... yeah, and they also don't give as much material. Like, citizens are sick. Why is this town falling apart? We've got all the hospitals! The average health 71%. That's not very high. We've got all the healthcare availability. If they can't get there, it's on them. You know? Fuck them. We should start charging them for it. Anyway, though. Yeah, so they've got shitty materials for revising. Like, the books weren't in the library. I wasn't going to buy them because computing books are mad expensive. What am I doing? Then we also have past exam papers to test as ourselves on for 2 of my 4 modules. 2 of them, there's just no past exam paper, so I have nothing to like just test myself on questions except book stuff, which isn't great because the format of the exams changes so much. And then there's no mark schemes for the fucking exams, so I can't just like easily check if I'm right, have it really quickly verifiable. I have to like fully understand it, which I get, but it's fucking annoying when you have a week and it's like, well, you can't verify this quickly, and you have to spend an hour checking every question to see if you probably got it right. And it's like, oh, just Jesus Christ, this is a bit much. But luckily I've done pretty well up to this point, so I can get low 2-1s on this exam, on these exams, and probably still get a first overall in my degree, which is something I really want because I didn't do very well in my A-levels, and I want to just kind of finish education on a high. So yeah, that's my current situation, trying to finish education on a high while having a week to sort this shit out. But then dissertation, that's 50% of this year. I'll probably nail it, probably, maybe, I don't know, who knows. Okay, I'm just gonna keep putting in houses, try and get more people in here, try and fix this. My job for today is fix all the just ruined consumerism. Not enough goods to sell, not enough shit to throw down your throat. You should all just... I don't know, there was nowhere to go with that, but something about consumerism, it's the problem. Although apparently not, there's not enough stuff. Over Christmas I found that there was too much bullshit. I am very glad that Christmas is over, though, because I hate Christmas shopping. Firstly, because I'm very unconfident about what gifts to get for people. Also, shopping for someone like my stepdad is like, well, I don't really know what you like. I guess I could buy you alcohol for the 4th year in a row, but it's starting to get to the point where I'm like, this seems tacky. You know? But mostly I was, because I live in London, so I have the dubious luxury of getting to just go around all of the massive shops, which makes it easier but is disgusting. Like, I really, not to sound too much like anti-capital, I'm not anti-capitalist, I just hate the consumerism of it all. Mostly what I hate now is I see all that emoji plushie toys. You know this shit? When did this come? When did they start making emojis into plushie toys? Who the fuck buys an emoji plushie toy? Who's like, oh, I really do like that smiley face I type to people. I'm gonna buy a fucking toy about it. And it's like, it's the worst shit. And then, worse than that is they've also done it with the shit emoji. They literally figured out how to sell a shit, and it makes me so fucking mad around Christmas. Because I'm already mad because I'm not a big fan of Christmas, but yeah, that really, like, that was the last straw when I was standing in fucking John Lewis or whatever, and there was just these shelves full of like meaningless shit, like just shitty toys that no one would actually like, and you know, shitty mugs that no one thinks are funny, and just shit. And then I look over and there's literally just a shit toy, like a toy that is a shit. And it's like, oh, let's sell this to people because of fucking emojis, the most like vapid piece of shit on your phone that I hate, because emoticons are at least inventive. I still try and use them. Like, you know, you have to like make something, and you can make something more than just like a smiley or a bunch of stuff you would tell. You could make fucking like pictures out of this, like ASCII art. But now we just get a bunch of these shitty pictures we have to like. I'm getting really mad about this. I've just realized I'm like really ranting, but it's my. I fucking hate emojis, and I fucking hate emoji toys. I'm quite tense right now. My future hangs on the next 4 days, so. I'm pretty mad at emoji toys. Oh yeah, anyway, yeah, I got a bit carried away, but I enjoyed that. I enjoy venting, not about politics, because that does make people angry. Maybe I should talk less about politics and more about shitty things like that. But yeah, that kind of consumer culture is what I hate. Like, I don't hate the process of capitalism. I actually quite enjoy the fact that we can all be different. Obviously there's some systemic problems with it and all of that, but the main one is emoji toys. Like, okay, yeah, some people can't eat or pay for healthcare, but, you know, emoji toys. Although healthcare as like a product is like a really bad idea. Yeah. That's the other thing about, well, actually only really one big capitalist country, you know, paying for healthcare. It just doesn't work as a product. Like, I want to get actually political about this, but like so capitalism works because we get the choice, right? You know, the competition is why it works. People are like, well, don't stifle the market, competition, that's all the good stuff. So, for example, the example everyone always gives is Coke and Pepsi. Like, Coke raises their prices, you don't like it, you buy Pepsi, they lower their prices. Coke changes the flavor, you don't like it, you buy Pepsi, they change the flavor back. That's, you know, that kind of thing. You know, Nvidia makes shittier graphics cards, you buy AMD. Xbox makes the shitty console, you buy PS4. It changes back. That's all good, but the main thing about this is you also have the option not to buy either, which is really, really important. Like, because if you had to buy an Xbox or a PS4 to live, and both Xbox and PS4 got together and were like, we could make a lot more money if we just charged 10 grand for both of these. Then you wouldn't be, and you couldn't say no and buy neither. Then you have a problem, because like, it works because you can choose their competitors, and you can choose a product's competitor, or you can buy neither. That's why it works. But with healthcare, you can't do that. You can't buy neither. So in an ideal world, you know, We'll Kill You, or We'll Kill You Incorporated raises their prices. You go to We Hate Babies Co. and with lower prices, and it's like everything's fine, but that doesn't work because they've all just raised their prices way too high. So that's why healthcare doesn't work as a product, because you can't buy neither. You have to buy one. You can't bargain with your life. Like, so yeah, that's why healthcare doesn't work as a product. It should be a government thing. Like, because a government can bargain with a big company. They can say, you know, well, yeah, like a whole, if a company is supplying a whole country's medical care and the country's like, well, no, this is too expensive, we're not buying it. The company can't say, oh, fuck you, because that's all of their business, and then they have to work at a reasonable price, and then that's why a country should be negotiating for healthcare for its citizens, not individual citizens, because an individual citizen can't say fuck you, they'll just die. So yeah, and that's why healthcare doesn't work as a product. To get just, I guess, a little bit political, but that's just like logic. So yeah. Oh, I don't know how that came. How did I start talking about healthcare? I don't know. I think there was shitty healthcare in my city or something. I was yelling about emojis for a while. I don't know. But yeah, that's why healthcare doesn't work as a product. Just FYI, you know, get yourself universal healthcare in America, because I really want to come and live there. But I also want the option to start my own company, which you can't unless you. I guess Obama can help with that, but isn't that going away or something? But yeah, it makes it really difficult to like start your own company as well if you don't have healthcare. You have to stay working for the big guy. It's actually anti-capitalist, I think, in a way. Anyway, so yeah, I've started going through a lot of topics in these episodes. I like it. You know, I've started rattling it off. You know, I've stopped talking about. We have a problem in the game. Like, I mean, I'm gonna have a sip of water real quick. But through I think all three of these series, maybe not so much the first one, I found that there isn't enough to talk about. Like, this whole episode is me just trying to get these blue markers to go away, and I could talk to you about that for 40 minutes, but that wouldn't be very interesting. But hey, most of them have gone away. Holy shit. Good job, me. I'm amazing. Anyway, so yeah, I elected a long time ago in my last series just to basically do this like a podcast. I even actually now do have a little pad of topics, because I'll think of something and I'll be like, that'll be a good talking point. So actually, healthcare as a product has been in my little topic thing for a while. You know what, let's just pick a topic. You know, I've been eluding you and trying to like make segues to talk about these, but let's just go through a few of these. So healthcare as a product, yeah, I will cross that off now, while the city fixes itself. Alright. Ghetto mod. There should be a ghetto mod for City Skylines. I think that this looks too nice to be Poor People Town. There should be an actual mod that turns it into like a ghetto. It makes it look shitty and just ghetto-like. Maybe it'd be a little insensitive to people living in the ghetto, but still. Alright, so that's that crossed off. Ooh, another political one, but this isn't gonna be a usual socialist libtard cut kind of thing. This is about the 1%. People complain about the 1% constantly, but I think it's the best we've ever done. If you think about it, in the old days we had kings and like a few barons. There was probably like 50 people who held all the power and all of the money in a country. That's a lot less than 1%. And then there was communism, and it should have been no one was in the 1%, but they had a little bourgeoisie, and that was much smaller than the 1%, and they held all the wealth. So that was way worse. And all of the other systems have actually fucked us a little harder. So right now, it's sort of the best it's ever been. And I'm not saying it's good, I'm just saying that we're making progress. The 1% is... Having a very rich 1% is better than we've ever had it before. It used to be very rich 50 people. We're slowly dispersing it. Maybe in 100 years, people will be complaining about the fucking 3%, man, and then we'll have won. You know, we'll be getting forward, and in 1,000 years, it'll be like, those fucking 20% at the top with all that money. And it'll be great. So yeah, I'm going to cross that topic off as well. Alright, let's do one more before just shoehorning these in, because I'm having fun just listing these off. This is fun. Ben Stiller. Right, so that's my next topic. Sometimes I just write random things on my pad on my phone, and it's like, if something comes into my mind, it's like, yeah, let's talk about this for no reason. Ben Stiller. Fantastic actor. So, he was always a bit goofy for a while. He did a lot of stuff like Night at the Museum, which were great films, but they were a bit goofy and weren't like, in quotes, serious acting, although that's like a super cunty thing to say. But yeah, they weren't like, in quotes, serious acting. But recently, he's been doing some amazing films. One of my favorite films ever is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. If you're ever having a bad day or just want some inspiration to do something amazing, watch it. It's about this just like little, like kind of mousy guy who doesn't really, he's bad at socializing, and why did this ring true with me? Yeah, and he, you know, he has trouble talking to people. He's just never really does anything. But then a bunch of stuff happens, and he goes all over the world, and it's an amazing film. And also a film I watched recently with my girlfriend, which is new and on Netflix, is Meyerowitz. How's it spelled? I think it's M-E-Y-O-R. Oh, shit, I'm gonna write this down so that I can actually remember how to spell it. So I guess M-E-Y... I'll just put it on screen. It's called Meyerowitz Tales or Stories or something. And it's about this family who have to get together for some reason, and Ben Stiller's in it, and Adam Sandler's in it, and he's amazing. It's his first good film in a while, I think, and it's really good. It does conversation quite amazingly. You'll be listening to it, and it's kind of hard to listen to what they're saying, because it's actually, in quite a real way, like real conversation. And it's also just like a really nice story. And yeah, that was a really good thing. And it was actually a fantastic Ben Stiller thing, because he's on point a lot recently. And also a really good Adam Sandler movie. Adam Sandler's a great actor, but he just... Maybe he was in debt or something. I guess it's the same thing as Nick Cage, maybe, and he just did a lot of shit films. Or maybe he just likes making films, you know? Maybe it's not about picking out the art piece. Maybe it's about just enjoying what you do. Maybe everyone should stop being a dick about it, But yeah, it was amazing, and Adam Sandler's a great actor in a few things. Actually, no, in a lot of things a long time ago, but this is great. So go and watch Meyerowitz Stories. I'll probably put it on screen, but if you type something like that into Netflix, you'll get it, or wherever you get your films. Although it is, I think, exclusively on Netflix, but probably also various other sites, unless you use Pirate Bay. Don't use Pirate Bay, they'll use your computer to mine Bitcoin. Or Monero, actually, I think. There was an interesting thing that came out a while ago. Ooh, a topic not from my pad. Sometimes I do improvise. Oh no, I've pulled the curtain back too much now. I like that my pad of topics was secret. Now it's, you know, yeah, fuck it. It's a podcast with a bit of City Skylines in the background. It's fine. Anyway, so interesting thing came out about the Pirate Bay a while ago. Turns out, I think it was actually only for a day, but they did try it. They started running some JavaScript, which used when you went to the site, it would use your computer to mine Monero cryptocurrency. It's a type of cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and Ethereum and everything. And yeah, so they're just, obviously you can't mine that much with one processor, but when you have like 100,000 people accessing your website, you can start making some serious money. And yeah, and that was quite interesting. So maybe don't use that site. And also it's changed hands a lot of times, so maybe just like don't use it anyway, because it's... You'll also pay for films, unless you're like a kid, because then I get it. Like, when I was a kid, I would pirate films. I don't anymore because I have money. But like, it's the same with games. Like, I do hate the idea of people pirating software because I make software. But I get it when you're a kid. Like, I think most piracy is probably just kids. Like, if you've got money and you're pirating things, then just fuck you. Just pay for it. That's what the money's for. What do you think you have it for? But if you're a kid, like, I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying, you know, I mean, you got no money. What are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do? Not do stuff? You got fuck all to do. It's a shitty, boring world. Just steal some stuff, you know. But don't. No, yeah, I didn't. You didn't hear it from me. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I will leave my other topic things. But yeah, that was fun rattling those off, though. This will just slowly become more and more podcasty, I guess. Because the world needs more podcasts. There aren't enough in the world right now. I mean, there are so many podcasts. I don't know what the first podcast I listened to was. Probably probably the Inside Gaming / Funhouse podcast. I've mentioned them a bit in this series, but they are definitely one of my favorite YouTube channels, just because it's, well, Rooster Teeth makes a lot of good stuff, and Funhouse especially does some really, really interesting things. I'm gonna get rid of this road and put it on the roundabout. Yeah, but anyway, Funhouse does some... Oh, fuck, I can't go there. There we go. Anyway, yeah, Funhouse does some really interesting, really just well-produced and quite a lot of content, which I find difficult to see how they do so much, or I think they do employ a lot of people. But, yeah, no, that was probably the first podcast I listened to. And then I think Hello Internet as well, you know, the CGP Grey one, that's a really good one. I've started listening to, like, loads, like Harmontown and Dear Hank and John, they're all just great. But, there seems to have been a real explosion in the last 2 or 3 years of just an obscene amount of podcasts. You know, I don't know, maybe it just became fashionable. I think what it probably was is it became really easy to sell ads on it. Like, a lot of companies pay money now to put ads on podcasts. Obviously, you'll always hear, like, Squarespace and Blue Apron, the guys who send you a box of groceries. Yeah, that's a weird service, right? But Blue Apron is like, here's a box of raw food, you should fucking make it. Although it does sound pretty good. I think it makes you, they send you like recipes and like really good stuff to cook. But conceptually, I don't know how they got venture capital funding. Like, yeah, we want to just get a small amount of groceries for about 1 meal and send it to you every week for like $30 a month. I don't know. I think it's pretty good and I should shut up because one day maybe they'll sponsor me. Although well, I'd be the perfect person. I rarely cook because I am a lazy fuck. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Those were some podcasts I listened to. I recommend them all. The Dude Soup podcast from Funhouse. Although, if you don't watch them, it might not be quite as... I don't know. And then obviously Hello Internet and Dear Hank and John is just funny. And Harmontown, if you like Rick and Morty, Dan Harmon, that's his podcast. And he talks with Jeff B. Davis, that's his co-host. I think Comptroller is what he calls himself. And he's actually from Whose Line Is It Anyway? So he's really funny because he's an improviser. And he's a funny guy. I think, yeah, Harmontown's a great podcast. There are like 250 episodes though. I tried listening to it from like start to catch up, but I kind of gave up. So yeah, I probably listen to other ones, but yeah, I'm not going to sit here and list podcasts. But yeah, anyway, I think I'm going to call that an episode. We've made some progress, but then I think it all went away. And look, I think where these blue markers were, there just aren't buildings now. But we're working on it slowly, but this might be the next couple of episodes. But I will keep my pad full of... I can cross off Ben Stiller now. I will keep my pad full of interesting topics to talk about, because why do a Let's Play when you can do a podcast? But I don't want to call it a podcast, because the world does not need more podcasts. And also, my most successful video is a City Skylines video, so I want people to be tricked into watching my podcast. It's a meta game, but my biggest source of views for City Skylines is probably that video. So it is a meta game. But yeah. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you aren't too sad by the look behind the curtain at my pad of topics. Oh, I can cross off the releasing people convicted of... Yeah, it's all a lie. Yeah, the releasing people convicted of weed-related crimes is on there. Yeah, okay. Oh. Didn't talk about Logan Paul today. I talked about him last time, but I was going to be really mean. gonna be like really mean. It's not really time to be that mean. I'll talk about him next time. I'll be really mean about Logan Paul. It'll be great. Oh, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. Like I said, I hope you weren't too turned off by the look behind the curtain. Yeah, I hope I'll see you next time when I'm really, really mean about Logan Paul. I'll see you next time.